All right, man. Look, it's your boy Pooh Hefner, man. I'm a special guest tonight on the podcast, Collaboration Over Competition, man. First thing first, man, let's kick it off. Let's give a shout out to Greatness Vodka. You see this thing right here? Man, this is black owned, straight from the city of Wichita, man. He doing this thing. Shout out to my boy Troy. We doing big things around here. Now, to the podcast. Let's get the show going. Tonight, man, we got somebody major in this comedy game. I know I'm major in the comedy game, but this dude really major in the comedy game. Been grinding for a long time, man. I'm a big fan of his work, man. He been putting it down from Maine to Spain, man. California roots, man. Straight out the Yay area, man. Let's get it going. Let's welcome my boy, my guy, Louis Belt to the show, man.
We in this thing, man. I appreciate y'all for having me, man.
Hey, my guy, look, how you gonna put that belt on him, huh? Natural.
Oh yeah, no, it's belt to ass always, man. This shit been belt before it was a trend, man. I'm talking about this a nigga real name. I'm talking about.
Yeah, okay. Well, man, let me kick the podcast off, man, because we have some technical difficulties, so we kind of pushing for time. So let me just ask you this first, man. What do the words? This is Collaboration Over Competition podcast. When you hear those words, collaboration over competition, what that mean to you, my guy?
I'm taking it as for what it is. Like that's the key to success. You feel me? To elevate, you got to collaborate. You know what I'm talking about?
Facts.
It ain't nothing. You can't do nothing alone. You know what I'm talking about? So it's just really about mixing and mingling with your type of vibe and you know what works for your branding or you know what you represent. So I like the title of it for sure.
Man, for sure, for sure. So, man, you grew up in California, Bay Area. Man, can you tell me, what it was like growing up out there and kind of how it kind of helped you shape your comedy career, man? What you take from your city and how did you grow up that helped you be this great community that you is now? Comedian, my bad.
Man, growing up in the Bay Area was hella fun. It was fun. California is for sure what you think it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When it comes to, the lifestyle, growing up, going to hella house parties and, the women and the whole little shit. Like that shit's so real. It's so real where it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's good and bad. You know what I'm saying? I learned a lot of positive things, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
When it comes to, the lifestyle of California, I'm very I would say diverse now. You know what I'm talking about? Being in California now. I'm locked in with my Mexicans, my Asians, my clear people, my white people. You know what I'm talking about? So it's just like, the Bay Area just molded the nigga just in so many good ways, you know what I'm saying? From some ghetto shit and on the positive tip on some just how to deal with everybody.
Yeah. I like that. I mean, you all around. I like that.
That's one thing I picked about California. That shit, you naturally grew up like that.
Yeah, for sure. I like that, man. That's major. That's major. So let me ask you this. Man, I know coming up, as far as myself, man, like some of my comedians that I looked up to was like Chris Tucker, Mike Epps, man, Robin Harris. Man, I really, functioned with them. I studied their cadence, being a comedian myself. Who's some of the comedians that you looked up to?
Sure, I would say Martin Lawrence, Mike Epps, Corey Holcomb, Eddie Griffin.
Oh yeah, he right from my neck.
It's a lot of comedians that I grew up watching. The Wayans brothers. When it comes to like the TV show and movies, I fuck with the Wayans brothers. Stand up, not too much, but
me too.
Them other folks stand up.
Right.
On some just growing up and what influenced the nigga too, I'll put the Wayans. I'll say the Wayans on mamas.
Yeah, because I don't like the Wayans stand up. I don't think they funny stand up either, but we grew up, we probably around the same age, so we grew up in that area. I mean, the era of the 90s sitcoms, you know what I'm saying? The Fresh Prince, the Wayans brother, the Jamie Foxx. It'll never be another time like that. And I don't care what nobody said. It'll never be another time like the 90s. So, with that being said, all them people you just met, you named on the list and that helped you and, you studied them. Have you met any of them?
Yeah. I didn't met everybody I want to work with. I didn't work with everybody I wanted to work with. So that's why I be kind of like over even talking about niggas. Niggas don't be talking about me on the interview. I don't need to talk about them niggas. We all know each other.
Right. Facts. That's a major way to look at it, man.
I don't be tripping no more.
Yeah. Okay, so for sure. That's major. I like that. So take me back to the first time that you picked up that mic and got on that stage. What made you say, you, Louis Belt, coming from the Bay Area, feeling it, you know what I'm saying, going dumb and all that. What made you say, I want to be a comedian? Because this is a different type of lane. I mean, I feel like everybody want to be rappers. Everybody want to be, this or that. But this comedian lane, this is a different type of lane, my guy. So what made you want to take this lane?
Shit, I really want to take the lane because I really always naturally been hella funny. That's the shit that, I didn't. My personality is me. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Fact.
I'm like, shit. The only thing a nigga like me could do is like, talk shit. But quick story, I thought about being a barber. That was my first place I was getting my hustle on. And now one of the first places, one of my little hustles, I used to sweep hair at the barbershop and shit. So I thought about being a barber, and then somebody I was dating, they stepdad was like, I was 17 at the time, and everybody was asking me like what I was gonna do at the high school, and I didn't know. And I told the stepdad, I'm like, shit, I might be a barber. And he was like, a barber? He was like, your personality, you could do more things than a barber. And that's what, and I took it kind of like an insult at the time, because I'm like, nigga, that was my biggest dream at the moment, because I'm like, nigga, that's the only thing a nigga can get cash on hand, talk shit. You feel me? Like, I needed to talk shit, and I wanted to wear my own clothes. Like, I didn't want to. I wasn't tripping off working a job. My work ethic always speak for itself. But I just wanted the freedom to talk shit and dress how I want to dress. So I told him that, and he was like, you should be a comedian. You know what I'm saying? And this was an OG nigga. He was hella older. He like 70. You feel me?
Damn.
And he was like, you should be a comedian. And it just for some strange reason, that whole week, like that whole like month or two, when I was 17, it was just people was kind of coming up telling me I should be a comedian. That shit was kind of like an insult. Where I'm from, it wasn't no local comedians that I was like looking up to or inspired by. So it was like, nigga, what? You got me fucked up, nigga. Like, you feel me? But
on my mom.
It turned into that conversation with the OG turned it into, you know what, you right. Let me try that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I looked up the richest barbers and I looked up the richest comedians.
Facts.
And when I looked up the richest comedians, I'm like, oh, them niggas make money. I didn't even know.
They getting to it.
So, yeah. So I'm like, shit, let me try this shit.
Man, that's hard, man. And I identify with what you're saying because, like you said, man, coming up in the hood and different stuff like that, a lot of people look at comedians like goofies. Like, oh, he a goofy nigga, he a funny nigga. And when you start being funny and doing your thing and just being goofy, it seemed like a lot of people pass it off for weakness. So I could see, because I felt the same way. So I could see what you're saying by like, oh, no, I don't want to be that. But, man, that's dope. That's hard. So, piggybacking off of that question, man, I liked your answer and everything, man. When did you realize it could really work? Like, oh, this really might jerk for a nigga. Like, when did you realize that?
I feel like I'd had phases when I felt like it was gonna work. Like, it's been phases. Like, on some, like, when I first touched the mic, I felt like it was gonna work. On some like, I don't know. I kind of felt like it was gonna work. First time I wrote a joke, I always felt like it was gonna work. But when it really felt like, when it hit me, I performed when I made a nigga cry on stage. I made somebody cry. I was performing, and somebody in the front row, deep East Oakland, start crying, tears, laughing. And this is when I ain't had no notoriety to my name or nothing.
Yeah.
Nigga was crying, laughing. I'm like, that this environment is so hard to make a nigga laugh in, you feel me? Because the nigga wasn't publicly known, and it wasn't no hype behind it. So to make a nigga laugh in the trenches, to that extent off me talking, made me, I'm like, nah, this shit for sure.
This was sure.
I'm raw at this shit. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's when you realize that's hard. You say deep in the hood too, so you like, okay, I like that, man. Yeah, that's how it go, man. So who was the first person that you would say that was like on a famous level, that was a comedian that you really got to lock in with on a personal level? And first person to probably treat you like you belonged, you know what I'm saying?
That's a good question. First comedian with a big name?
Yeah.
Mike Epps.
Mike Epps. That's funny, because it's Mike Epps for me too.
I would say Mike Epps. That's a fact. That's a fact, because he's he's one of the biggest comedians. Facts. And for sure, at the time when I met him, I knew hella comedians. I didn't know hella comedians.
Right.
I didn't know hella the big comedians. I knew Mike Epps before all the other big comedians. I say that for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, fact.
Yeah,
That's what's
that's
up,
for sure.
man.
So shout out Mike Epps for that on
Man, that
mamas
nigga, he
every
touching a
time.
lot of lives, man. He really that. So, man, shout out to Mike Epps, man. He really that,
Mhm.
for sure, for sure.
But I would give a lot of credit to the boy Dame. He formally introduced me the right way too. And sometimes it's not about who you meet, it's about how you meet them.
Fact.
So at the time, I was very reputable in the city, in the Bay Area,
Right.
doing my thing. My city was behind me. Shout out to boy Dame. He the one introduced me. He a big producer out of Oakland. He
Mhm.
worked with CMG and all the major artists and shit. So he well connected. So I was doing my thing, and you feel me? He was like, y'all for sure need to meet. Nigga like Louis
Right.
Bell, Mike Epps, y'all need to meet for sure. So
Yeah.
he put it together. So you only got one first impression, like I told you. So that was my first impression of Mike Epps. So I was already who I was when it comes to Louis Bell and my character Sonny Bo, the whole little movement when
Yeah.
we met. So he embraced me for sure, but I would give more credit to myself and my area, the whole little movement. That shit played a big part for sure. Cause niggas meet niggas every day, bro. On
Exactly.
mamas.
Nah, big
Yeah.
facts, man, for sure. So speaking of your area, man, your city behind you, man, that's a good ass feeling when they behind you and you stepping on that stage and people is rooting you on because man, I deal with a lot of people that say, "Oh, the city you in, they got the most hate for you," or whoop de whoop, and I just don't feel like that. I feel like raw talent is undeniable. So do you feel like it was ever a time where you was receiving some hate or backlash from your city?
I would never say the city as a whole, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to Oakland or Antioch or
Mhm.
the Bay Area itself. As a whole, I ain't never really felt the hate as a whole. You know what I'm saying? It's haters everywhere
There's
though.
haters
So
everywhere, big facts.
anytime you doing something, it's gonna be some hating ass
Ye
niggas, and they ain't got no haters ain't got no location. So
Facts.
they out there where you at,
Oh,
you
yeah.
feel me? They in Las Vegas, they in the Bay Area, they in
Yeah,
LA,
they
shit
everywhere
everywhere. So
hating.
yeah, I try to ignore them niggas. That's the part I've been working on, just ignoring haters and shit. Niggas grew up roasting them niggas and beating them
Facts.
niggas up.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's a
facts.
new time.
Man, that's facts. That's hard,
Ignore
man.
them niggas.
That's hard, my nigga. Well, let me ask you this, though.
Mm.
Outside of your city, have you ever been somewhere and you had a tough ass crowd? Just the jokes you was saying wasn't hitting, they wasn't laughing. You know, it ain't gotta be necessarily getting booed or nothing like that. But what was your toughest time? What was your toughest crowd?
Mm. Um, ain't no. I feel like personally, ain't no city for me that's hella hard. Coming out of Oakland, that's a tough ass area to come out of when it comes to comedy because it's no comedy clubs in the city.
Mhm.
So, it's no comedy club, so it's already hella rowdy when it comes
Yeah,
to
yeah,
the etiquette of it. You
yeah.
know what I'm
Right, right,
saying?
right.
So by the time I got to other cities, uh, I ain't really struggle with that. But when it comes to like a shaky performance where I feel like I could have did better,
Right, right.
I had an experience in North Carolina, at a big ass comedy show after the pandemic. I didn't have a good performance. I didn't get booed, but for my standards, a good performance is motherfuckers not laughing. So
Right, 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 right.
that's the only time I could just say that.
It was you said it was North Carolina?
I would say last experience I done had, it
Right.
was, but I done been back to Carolina several times since then, so I can't put a city on it. It's just like, that shit, every comedian gonna have a bad set. You gonna have a bad set. I
Facts.
don't really have too many.
Facts.
So I'm like, shit. My last bad set, I personally felt like internally was in 2020. It was North Carolina. That was the closest one. I'm like, oh, I ain't like that
Yo.
set.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mama's.
Facts. Okay. North Carolina. Let me ask you this, because this is a collaboration over competition podcast. So this is like a mandatory question I need to ask. If your phone rang tomorrow, and we ain't just restricting this to a certain nigga or certain comedians. This is anybody. It could be a musician, an actor, anybody. If your phone ring tomorrow
Mhm.
and it was somebody asking to collaborate with you and work with you in some capacity, who
Mhm.
would you want it to be?
That's a good question. When it comes to just anything,
Anything. It could be anything.
I would say Ryan Coogler with a movie. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, he
I
go
watched
crazy, don't he?
because of Sinners. Sinners sold me. When I seen Michael B. Jordan do the
Yeah, he
two
go crazy.
motherfuckers, I say me and Ryan Coogler do some saucy shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Man, Ryan Coogler go crazy. Man, I
Yeah.
actually went to Center. I seen Centers like 4 times, 4 different females.
All
Each
his movies go crazy, but Sinners was crazy.
man, that
That
was
I really enjoy that movie.
yeah, that was it. Centers was hard. Yeah, Michael B. Jordan, the whole thing. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
hard, my nigga, on everything. So when you do, when you are preparing for a show, and this is something I really want to know too, from my own, data. When you perform for a show, my nigga, or you getting ready for a show, it's a big one. You want to be at your best. Like, what's some of the things that you do? How do you get ready for a show?
Um, I try to have fun before the show or try to relax, you know what I'm
Right.
saying, before the show. So if it's even just, take care of myself, going on a walk, go and get a massage, you know what I'm saying? Take myself out to lunch or something, bring me peace. That's what I like to do.
Yeah, fact. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's
how I prepare for a show, for real.
just chill. You know what I'm saying? Get some
Chill
peace.
or have fun, like, you feel me? Like, on some enjoy myself, so by the time I hit the stage, nigga, I'm already in that rhythm, nigga. I've
Yeah,
been nigga, y'all just now seeing me, nigga, but I've
yeah,
been fucking
facts,
around
my
like I'm
nigga.
on the ground, you know what
Yeah,
I'm talking about?
on
So it
everything.
matters the city, the energy, you know what I'm saying? If I'm in motherfucking Kentucky, I ain't trying to be doing hella little crazy shit. I'm
Yeah,
gonna be
yeah.
sitting my ass down, trying to get my mind together, chilling. But if I'm motherfucking Miami, nigga, I'm
What's
finna be
up?
outside, popping shit, swallowing spit, talking to
Right.
hoes, you know what I'm saying? Buying clothes and
Yeah,
shit. You
yeah,
know
yeah.
what I'm
Facts.
talking
It's up, my
about? Yeah,
yeah,
so
popping,
every
yeah,
situation is different. Every show different. So, I
yeah.
go with the flow.
Man, I like that, man. Hey, so speaking of, you said Miami, Vegas, man. I see you moving around and doing your thing, my guy. What you think your favorite city is, man? Like, what city do when you get there, you like, man, it's up. I like this. It's up. You know what I'm saying? Because mine is L.A. And that's cause
You fuck
that's
with
your stumping
LA?
ground.
Oh,
I
mamas.
fuck with L.A. Like when I get to L.A., I'm like, it's up. Like,
Yeah,
ooh,
I could imagine on mamas. Yeah, LA got that look. I'm from the Bay. And we still look at LA like that. When Bay niggas
okay.
go to LA, we be like, ooh, this shit look
It's
raw.
up on
Nigga, it's
me.
still
Yeah.
better, nigga. The
If
weather better, nigga. It's hella bitches outside. You like,
yeah.
nigga, this is raw. It ain't
That's
like that in the Bay.
yeah, they like,
So
man, I gotta get to the Bay too, man. So
the
what
Bay saucy. The Bay saucy on some different shit. It's hella different on
yeah,
mama.
that's what they say. Yeah, my cousin, he been
Yeah.
trying to get me out there for years. Like, man, you need to come to the Bay, man. Come pose to be
Oh, mama. I
chose.
feel you with the LA though. But to answer your question, I like DC a lot.
DC,
I like
okay.
DC. But I love New York. So it's tough.
Ooh.
I like New York, DC,
Yeah, DC.
but
Yeah.
DC,
Okay, DC. That's a good. I ain't been
I'm
to
standing
DC.
on that.
I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
get there, man. You know, I did some time in the feds, man. I was in there with a lot of DC cats. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, they was real charged up about their city. I got a lot of homies out of DC, man. So
Yeah,
that's somewhere I'm
DC,
gonna
them
have to
niggas
get.
don't go to they go to the feds if they get arrested. It
Yeah,
ain't
they
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 don't got
go
no
straight to the
local
feds.
jail.
Yeah, they all in there. They
Yeah, so
all
that's why them niggas be in the prison heavy. Shout out my DC niggas.
yeah in there raising hell. They
Yeah.
tripping. You
They
know,
tripping. Them niggas is not who you think they
they
is.
tripping on my mama. I heard you got a lot of specials. You got YouTube specials. Am I right? You know,
For
all
sure.
that stuff, man. I just think like, man, this is my own question, my God. This is totally off script, man. I think like that's so inspirational for a young cat, a young black cat coming from where you from, my nigga, and overcoming the obstacles and and being different. Like, what do it take to put together a special? When you did it, was you like, oh, this was easier than I thought? Or was you like, oh, this shit kind of, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot to go into this.
Nah, it's stressful every time
It's,
to put a special together. It ain't nothing. For my standard, my first comedy special was Rookie of the Year. So,
mhm.
shout out to Marcus Cousins. So I go off my standard. So I'm like, shit, with Steph Curry being in the crowd and the whole how the camera
Steph
look and the
Curry,
quality, I want everything to match the jokes. You know what I'm saying? So for
yeah,
me personally, that shit ain't easy. So I did it 3 times, and all 3 times I produced it. Um, Shit, the 2 times out of 3 comedy specials, I had to fund 2 of them independently.
right.
My first one, I was able to partner with the Big Boogie Comedy Slam, but I'm still a producer, and so I had a lot to do with the music, editing, and just so much stuff that not overlooked. I don't think it get overlooked, but the quality you see in my work is really that's time I'm putting in for sure. Like I'd rather put quality into something than just quantity of hella shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't
Fact,
give a fuck about what my generation on. I'm just going at my pace. So yeah, it's
fa-
challenging.
facts. Oh man, that's raw. I like that. Man, salute to you too for
I
stepping out there
appreciate that
doing
on
that,
mamas.
bro. Like, man, it's inspiration. You feel me? So,
On mamas. Appreciate that.
so let me ask you this: what city haven't you performed in that you would like to perform in?
Um I actually don't think I performed in Miami. I performed in Florida several times, but not in Miami. So I
Okay.
want to perform in Miami now. I'm ready. I'm ready for sure.
Yeah, Miami,
When it
MIA
comes to
up.
like why Miami? Like I don't know. I have a good time. So it's like I just want everything. I just got a vision for Miami. So that's why I've been like pump faking on Miami.
Yeah, Miami, man, that thing
Yeah.
turned
I
up,
like
man. That's
Miami.
man, Miami. It's so many, it's so many bad females down there. It's the beaches, it's the weather. You know what I'm saying? Nigga hit the
Yeah.
strip, button up on, chains on,
That's
feeling it.
like the LA of the South. You
Right,
feel
right,
me?
right, right, right. Facts.
For sure.
Miami. I,
Mamas.
I I expected you to say Miami. It was either you was gonna say Atlanta, Miami, Houston, Chicago. I knew it was gonna be one of them. So
Yep.
and that's
Yeah.
what's up. Yeah, that's where it's at, man. So let me ask you this then, bro. When you get on stage, have it ever been a time where you was going through something that was heavy on you? You know what I'm saying? And you didn't feel like performing, or you got a lot on your mind, man. How you shake that off and just go on stage and still bring the energy that the people paid to see?
Um, that was like 2 questions in one. That was a good ass question though.
Yeah.
How do how do I get
well,
myself on stage if I'm not feeling good?
let me summarize the question because it kind of was like two questions in one. If you going through something, if you ain't feeling good, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
What do you do to just shake that off?
I get on stage. The stage is really my happy place. It
Okay.
is so scary because it's like, man, that's my happy place is the stage. You know what I'm saying?
All
It's
right.
kind of scary feeling if you really mean it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm saying all that to say, yeah, like shit, I'd have had to perform the same day my grandma died and shit
Oh
like
yeah,
that. Hell of a
yeah,
little
yeah.
shit. And the nigga still gonna get on stage and then shit, the energy of the people make a nigga feel better about that shit in the moment sometimes. But it's like when I'm on stage, I kind of forget all of that shit. Not like forget, but I'm in the moment. Like
Facts.
nigga in the moment is kind of like playing basketball. Like I fuck with hoop. Like you feel me? Nigga
Yeah,
didn't make it
yeah.
to the league, or nothing, but
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
ever heard hoop niggas be like, well, you know when you on the
Yeah.
court, you not. But if you really hooped, you know, like, bro, I ain't got time to worry about what's in the stance and my emotions outside
Facts.
on the court, nigga. I gotta guard this nigga.
I'm like that,
You
yeah,
feel
and
me?
I'm like
I'm
that.
really, nigga, you not finna bust my ass because
Yeah.
my grandmama died, nigga. I'm finna
Yeah.
serve your soft ass.
Yeah.
Like, you not finna dog me. So, me personally, as a comedian, nobody give a fuck about my bad day. I'm here to make sure they day is good.
Right.
So I'm on some like, nigga, I'm going through the most, but nigga, how y'all feeling tonight? Everybody ain't having a fucked up day. So
Right. Right,
I'm a
right.
comedian. If I'm having a fucked up day, my job is not to let y'all know that
Right.
I'm fucked up. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
Facts. I like that
Oh,
answer.
mamas.
I
Yeah,
like
that's
that
part of
answer.
the job. That's the difference between the art form and a motherfucker doing it for attention. So people think they can be a comedian until you take them days in consideration. What about when you fucked up? What about if you don't got no money? What about if
Yeah.
your stomach hurt? What about if you got in
Facts.
a car accident? What about if somebody in your family bothering you?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
still
yeah.
got to perform, nigga. Are you gonna be funny under them conditions?
Yeah. Facts.
No. So
Facts.
me personally, I thrive under stress. I get to the
Right, right.
stage and that's damn near gonna be the best performance that night.
Right,
Be like,
right.
nigga, boy, I just got in a car accident, nigga. I'm over here traumatized. I can't
Yeah.
believe, nigga, I'm on stage fucking with y'all right now.
Traumatized,
They
yeah,
be
putting
laughing.
them,
They
making
be
y'all
laughing because they
laugh.
be like, what? You know what I'm saying? But nigga,
Yeah.
I ain't playing.
And and that's why we so special, homie, because we could be going through a painful time or a time of traumatic stress and we still get on that stage and make people laugh, you know what I'm saying? And people used to
Yeah.
ask me like, I stopped making skits. I do skits. I stopped making skits for a while, probably 6 months, and niggas like, why ain't you making skits? And I'm like, man, hey, I'm not worried about making skits where I gotta pay my rent. I'm short on my rent, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yep. That's
I'm
crazy. I was just talking to my niggas about that. I
yeah,
was like, that's funny you touched on that. I was telling my niggas they can't even hear the conversation right now, but yeah, just the whole
Yeah.
influencer thing and everybody just trying to get hella views. It's like, my nigga, I started off on stage. I didn't grab my phone and then be like, you know what? I'm finna go outside now. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
People know me. Nah,
Yeah.
nigga, I was outside and I realized I had to get a following online. So
Exactly.
me personally, like, nigga, if it, nigga, the stage where you gonna find me. If you looking for me, nigga, my location on the flyer, P.
Okay, I feel that.
Yeah,
That's
I ain't here to be talking to these niggas.
yeah. Hey, big facts, man. Hey, so what? Man, I be watching interviews myself, my nigga, and I got a pet peeve. I hate when people don't ask because you an interesting dude, my nigga, and you from the
Appreciate it.
slums. So I just want to know, like, how you grew up. Like, what was the obstacles, bro? We all from the hood. We all came from obstacles. What was your toughest obstacles growing up in Antioch, in Oakland, and turning your life and doing this comedy thing and taking off with this and being the next big thing coming up out of there?
The biggest obstacle was me accepting myself as a entertainer and as like as a adult, as a responsible person, and
Right,
like signing up to be the good guy. You know what I'm saying? That was my biggest obstacle because I embraced being the bad kid. At
right.
nigga, you can't overcome that, nigga. Just you accept it. Like,
You
all right,
accept
nigga, fuck it.
right,
I guess I'm the nigga that you feel me, fuck everything up type shit. You know
right,
what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
So
right, right,
as an adult, I'm like, shit. The biggest obstacle is I feel like staying on that good course, man. I've been a phenomenal adult, man. I'm so
right,
proud of my adult life. You know what I'm saying? I ain't been to prison, I ain't been to jail, none of that shit. You feel me? I'm not
right,
standing on nothing, but I'm never glorifying that type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So as an adult, I've been phenomenal. So that's been the biggest obstacle. Some people tell me all the time, they be like, man, I can't even see you being a certain way. And I'm like, that's phenomenal. Leave me the
Yeah,
fuck alone, then.
yeah,
Just stay away from me,
exactly.
then. You'll never find out.
Man, fact, man, I'm glad man, that's hey man, that's real. That's powerful, my guy. For
Leave me
real.
the fuck
Cause
alone.
hey, and I commend you on never being to the joint, man. Like, man, hey, it's a small percentage of us, you know what I'm saying, that ain't going to the joint. You feel me? And
Yeah,
you
yeah.
escaped that
Yeah,
and
my pops raised me on that, man. I was raised by OGs, not IG, so it's like, the most gangster shit is to be free for sure.
be free
100%.
taking care of your family and to be functioning out here, you know what I'm saying? Doing
Yeah.
for yourself.
Promise.
So was it ever a time where you felt like you was gonna have to walk away from comedy, like you got stirred and you was like, "Oh, this might not be for me," or "I got this going on. I'm better at this," or "I can make more money doing this," or was it ever a time you had that feeling, or
No.
no? Okay,
Comedy saved my life on
facts,
mamas. I personally feel like when it comes to I was gonna be good regardless, but I don't know. I can't stand on that. I'm 31. I didn't know what the fuck I was gonna do when I was a kid. So
facts,
like when I was when I started, I started at 18. So I'm like, when I started comedy, once I told you that nigga cried and how I
right,
felt
right,
when I was on stage and just how I be feeling this shit,
right,
I knew I was doing this shit for the rest of my life. That's a fact. I didn't have nothing else to do. I didn't have no motherfucking dream. Them niggas
yeah,
thought they was going to college.
right,
I
right.
knew I wasn't going.
You
I didn't
know,
even try.
facts, yeah,
So
on
I'm
everything,
like, shit, nigga. You feel me? My mama wasn't finna let me be no pimp. So I'm like, shit. Nigga, I
yeah,
have to be a comedian.
yeah, cause on everything, cause
What
you,
else I do? I ain't got
yeah.
shit else to do besides talk shit to these niggas.
Cause you out of Oakland, they be on a bitch back like
Yeah.
a broad strapping on her head like a straw
Come
hat.
on,
You know what
man.
I'm saying?
Come
So
on, man. You know what I'm talking about? So
yeah,
all the player partners, that's why I love this shit. You feel me? Everybody get to come to the show. I do not discriminate. You could be a motherfucking player, a prostitute, a working man. Nigga, it's a whole tribe of motherfuckers that I can pocket and relate to because of my life story and how I grew up. You feel me? I grew up raised by working people. Shit, I got fed by working people, so I don't knock nothing. You know what I'm talking about?
right,
I fuck
man.
with everybody.
Man, that's dope, man. Look, so when you jumped in this game, man, and you start having success in real motion, like what part of the comedy game in the industry do you feel like people didn't warn you about? Like, damn, I didn't see this coming, or I didn't know it was like this.
I didn't know I didn't know the game was this selfish.
Mm,
I thought it was like rap. Like if you a comedian and then once you lock in with some other comedians, nigga, it's like, all right, that's how you get more in the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's not like that. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that. Like literally every man's for himself. That's how comedy works.
Right.
But you have comedians that do create their little tribe. You feel me? And that's how that worked. But I thought it was like, but the rappers complain all the time too about niggas being fake and shit like that. So I guess to answer your question, I just didn't know that this shit was so like, I didn't know the competition. I didn't know it was like the competition thing.
Right. Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that when I became a comedian. I'm like, I
Yeah.
was like, shit, nigga. I didn't see it as that. But yeah. I wasn't expecting the competition. That shit is like, okay, you niggas is competing with each other.
Competing and man, we got comedians beefing, competing,
Yeah.
fighting.
Yeah.
You know, Scruncho,
Fucking
you
the
from
same bitches and doing hella shit. It's like, damn, y'all niggas. This is a real community that I wasn't a part of before this shit. Like, I wasn't a part of this comedian shit until I was a comedian.
Yeah. Man, you ever function with my guy Scruncho down there?
Yeah, that's my OG, man. I fuck with Scruncho, man. I was one of the first people I moved around with because he was on the road with Mike Epps. It was Mike Epps and G-Thang. G-Thang was the host, Scruncho was the feature, and I used to open up. So, yeah, them was one of my first OGs that, you know, I chop game with for sure.
Man, that's hard. Scruncho, my guy, man. It's funny. It's crazy how I met Scruncho. I was doing the show with Scruncho in Omaha, Nebraska. My guy Josh L. Stupo put me on, man, and Boosie and all them was there. They tried to do a comedy show and a rap concert together, and that was my first. I was like, I'm never doing that again. You hear me?
Yeah.
So anyway, they got the shooting, boom, boom, boom. They go to busing, dumping. You hear me? We go jump in our car. Scruncho jump in the car with us. Like, go get up out of here. I'm like, so that's how I met Scrunch, man. He literally jumped in the car with me because they was dumping.
Oh yeah, Scruncho an outside nigga.
Yeah,
man.
he outside.
That's an outside nigga right there.
Man, so every time I meet somebody from Cali that's doing comedy, I gotta know if they know Scrunch. That's my guy right there.
Yeah,
man.
mama.
Yeah, hey, a true man, a true nigga from the hood that made it happen, man. For real.
Sure.
So, short question, man. Who your top 5 comedians, dead or alive?
Dead or alive? I'm gonna put me number 1 for sure. Louis Belt.
Big fact.
And then I'll go Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac hella funny.
That's a hitter.
Bernie Mac really make me laugh.
That's
like,
a hitter, man.
Funny.
That's a hitter.
That's tough. It's so many comedians. It's kind of like that shit like rap now. You know what I'm saying?
Is,
like
man.
you know, you be like Pac, but it's hella niggas that came out.
Yeah, it is for real.
I would say for me personally though, I ain't gonna lie, it's been tough for me. Cause every interview they ask me this. I ain't gonna lie, I would say I would give Deion Cole as a comedian. Yeah. As a comedian, I'm putting Deion Cole in that motherfucker right now. I think he don't get enough mentions.
Okay.
Dead or alive?
Yep, dead or alive.
I fuck with Red Fox.
Red Fox, man.
Red Fox hella funny.
Man,
that nigga hella funny. He was a player too. So I fuck with Red Fox.
I was watching Harlem Nights the other day. I said, dude.
So I got Louis Belt, Red Fox,
Bernie Mac,
Deion Cole. One more, I'm gonna give you Teddy Ray for sure.
Teddy Ray, okay. Yeah, you got some hitters.
Teddy Ray for sure. You
got some hitters, man.
That's an easy call for sure. I think that'd be a funny ass show. That give it a balance too. Deion Cole and Teddy Ray got that same little flow. They slower pace. Me and Bernie gonna come out talk hella little shit.
Right,
It'll be a good show.
Yeah,
big ass players ball.
Yeah. So what? Hey, what you like being on the most? What you like functioning on as far as social media, man? Facebook, IG. I don't know if you be on Twitter still or what's your favorite one, man? To really function on.
I've been having fun on TikTok Live lately.
TikTok.
I've been on TikTok Live lately. That's been hella fun lately. But all of the social media, I treat them all like the same. They just like I treat social media like women. It just, you know,
right.
It's like, all right, this the TikTok, this is her, this is Instagram. That I love all of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Spend time with all of them.
Yeah. I was looking you up on IG, man. Hey, my name Pooh Hefner. I'm gonna follow you, nigga. Follow you back
for
now.
Sure. I'm gonna follow you back then. Because you out there doing your thing.
Hey man, I'm trying to, man. I'm just trying to get like you, man. Keep it moving and
doing my thing, man.
So would you ever consider coming to Kansas and doing a show?
Yeah, we gotta make it happen, man. I'll
Yeah,
pop up. I'm everywhere with it, man. I'm everywhere like air. So
yeah,
shit, they put it together. We'll put it together. If my agency don't put it together, then shit, somebody out there with some chicken. Tap in with me,
yeah.
lewisbelt.com, man. I ain't hard to
LewisBelt.com.
find.
Cause we gotta get you out here, man. We gotta get you on this greatness vodka, my guy. Man, this he's
Um,
straight from Wichita. A black dude started his own liquor company, man.
oh, that's
I
raw.
know nobody don't drink vodka no more, but this is bringing vodka back. You hear me? This is
Mama,
the thing, you know. So man, hey, look, man, I enjoyed this time with you, bro. I know we running
oh
short on
mamas.
time. I know you got to get your show together, everything, man. Look,
Oh
what do you
yeah,
want
nah,
to?
we
Is there
gotta.
any shows that you want to drop in the area, or anything new that you working on that you want to be, acknowledged, or you want to, people to check out?
Check out my Vegas residency, man. Every last Thursday, man. I'm performing at Wise Guys Comedy Club, man. Tonight, down there sold out. It be popping, man. Y'all yank up on me, you know what I'm saying? Even on some birthday celebration. I'm talking about it's been that type of vibe. So if I'm not in your city, pull up on me. But I'm everywhere like air, man. All tickets available at lewisbelt.com on my website. Um Shoot, y'all know where to find me, man. Y'all yank up on me though, but Las Vegas residency, you know what I'm talking about? We getting down tonight, man. It's been a players ball. I've been having Marshawn Lynch come. He been taking the
Oh,
pictures. We've been having Too Short in the crowd, popping in,
dang,
just laughing on some player shit, man. What y'all see on the comedy specials is really what y'all like. That's what y'all experiencing in person. So
yeah.
I just say that, man. So anywhere you pull up, man, it's gonna be the same shit if I'm there for sure.
Man, for shit show, man. We gonna try to get you down in Wichita. We need that for show, man. Good luck on your show tonight, man. Man, I wish you success
Appreciate
on
that.
everything you've been doing. You've been doing your thing, man. Keep doing it, man. And it was a pleasure to meet your acquaintance, my guy. You hear me? So,
My dog, man. It's
hey,
appreciate working with y'all, man. I'm talking about this what
hey,
collaboration is about.
man, that's what it's about. So y'all give it up for my guy, my nigga, man, Louis Belt, putting them belt on them people doing this thing. Hey, and that concludes, man, this collaboration over competition. That's what y'all need to practice and preach. And man, that concludes this episode of that, man. I'm your guest host, Pooh Hef, man. We up out of here, Louis. We gonna get with you, bro. You hear me?
Salute, my nigga. For sure.
Salute for sure.